We hear of airlines losing luggage every day, but this next story, it's a little hard to swallow. A Midlands family was expecting their dead loved one inside a casket that was shipped by Delta Airlines. Instead, somebody else was inside. What happened next was a frantic search to figure out what went wrong and get the correct loved one's bodies back in time for his own funeral.
He was a very outgoing person. He was a jokester. We all loved him. He just pretty much made all of us laugh. He loved his family, and we loved him.
Latasha Crumpton is talking about her uncle, Purdy Walker. He died last week in New York State, where he lived for many years. It was Walker's wish that he be buried in his birthplace, Sumter County, but getting home proved to be quite a challenge.
You know, you hear stuff about this happening maybe on TV or whatever, but not just to your family, you know.
Walker's family prepared him for burial in New York and then sent his body to South Carolina on Delta Airlines. But there was another body on the plane that day, that of Stanley Williams of Virginia, and shipping clerks at LaGuardia Airport apparently put the wrong shipping labels on the caskets. So Williams ended up being sent here. Walker showed up in Virginia, throwing two families into even more grief.
Everybody's pretty much in shock. I mean, we just, you know, we never could imagine something like this would actually happen. But it did, and they're pretty upset, distraught, devastated.
When Delta Airlines found out about the mix-up, they apologized to the Williams family in Virginia, but Latasha says they haven't heard a single word from the airline, angering her family.
I mean, he's resting now, but just what he had to go through, he passed of cancer, and he was already suffering pretty much, and to pretty much have to be flown all over the place just to get to his final resting spot was pretty dramatic. I'm sure he's laughing about it. I know he is, and he's probably just saying, you know, he just kind of went with the flow, but I know he's laughing about it. There's no doubt about it.
But you guys aren't?
No, not at all.
Well, in case you're wondering tonight, Walker's body did arrive at his own funeral less than 2 hours before it was set to begin. Family members didn't have a visitation, and they say they didn't get to spend enough time with him before the service. We called Delta Airlines today twice to find out why the Virginia family was called but not Walker's. So far, Delta Airlines hasn't returned my call.